Hello, everybody. Um, I've just emerged from the sofa, quite rested. I don't lie about things. Uh, it's a Sunday, and I figure that you can't get your rest in on a Sunday, when can you? So anyway, what I've been thinking for these last few minutes or few hours today is little because I mean, obviously, on my mind quite a lot is, and very close to my heart, is the whole subject of diabetes and weight loss because I am a diabetic and I am continuously on the search for the Holy Grail, basically. What is the answer? And on the internet lately, I've been hearing and absorbing, I think probably the correct term of it is, quite a lot of information and possibly even misinformation from one or two so-called experts, well-meaning people. I wouldn't dispute that, but some things have just sort of come to me today that could be sort of glaringly obvious errors in some of the things that's been said. Um, the thing that I'm going to do today, because I mean, basically in the past, if I had a brilliant idea, I used to write it down on a piece of paper, and, that piece of paper probably get lost. This could possibly get lost as well, and so. But it's concerning the whole thing about sugar, uh, and it's very simply this. Um, they say one of the things that I've been reading lately is there's like been like a sort of good evil sort of tick or cross. Are you is your body a fat burning type, or is your body a sugar burning type? And the people got the geezer basically goes on to talk about how you need to be of the fat burning type, and if you're not, then what you must do is get your body into what they call fat adaptability. And so I listened to that, and you know, uh, I thought to myself, there's a flaw there, and I thought to myself, there's something not quite right about that. But anyway, I listened to him. I think it's fairly, I don't know. He's selling a book as well, and so I'm kind of worried about this because I have all the symptoms apparently of a of a sugar burn, and they say that you've got brown marks on you. You say, oh, well, that means that you're not fat adaptable, and you've got too much sugar in your body, and you're insulin resistant, etc., etc., etc. Now, I've heard that similar type of message for a long time. I was diagnosed with diabetes in the year 2018. Well, it's 2025 now, so I mean, I was diabetic before then. I had other symptoms of diabetes, but I wasn't yet given a diagnosis. So I've possibly been diabetic probably about 10 years, probably more than that. And, I've been struggling with it. And never in all them years come, years go, years come, years go, have I ever really sort of like, you know, uh, found anything that particularly sort of rocked my world, in terms of an idea or something that I could do to dramatically make my weight come off. Because I mean, you kind of talk, that you don't go for quick results anyway. That's another of the mantras of the whole thing, and all the gurus and experts. They've done gradually, slowly, which I have been doing. And ever since, you know, I mean, in the previous video I said I've lost weight. It's true, and I'm incidentally ecstatic. I'm over the moon about that. Once it starts to sink in, it's because I don't weigh myself very often at all. It's the first time I've weighed myself in my life. Well, not in my life. I was a kid. They had weighing machines in that in the town centres, and this, that, a digression. But see, the thing is, I don't. And so once I have sort of weighed myself, and like I say, I was 5 stone down since, my last living quarters and that, which is incredible for me, and I'm absolutely over the moon about it. And I'm going to miss the point in a minute if I don't get to it because I forgot what I was going to say. That's important. Anyway, I've forgotten. My thread's gone just, but I'm going to get to the original thread of why I am making this video. Right. So what they say is, X, red X, big sugar, munch you, in your system. Big tick, green tick, that munch you. Yes. And I'll tell you something, that is, in my humble opinion, as a diabetic, incorrect. And I'll tell you why it's incorrect. One of the things, I mean, I've been doing the protein diet, sort of like I've been dabbling with it just lately because let's face it, I'm on a low budget and I can't really afford steak all the time and that. But it's not too bad. I'm not trying to plead poverty or anything like that. Yes, I can do it because you can get cheap eggs and they're better eggs. But yeah, I'm doing these things. And it is nice, and you get sugar cravings. And one thing that happened to me the other day was I distinctly noticed a carbohydrate craving, having not had it, and the protein tended to make me more hungry for carbs and sweets, and so I allowed myself a bit. And I referred to this in another video. I allowed myself a little bit. I've had some Kit Kats the other day. Love Kit Kats, really nice, especially them big, nice, chunky ones. Not an awful lot though. I'm not stupid, and I'd had a bit of rice and vegetables, and I said, "Oh, fine, just sort of like." But I'm not. That's not the great point. The thing that I'm getting to today. Why is it wrong that this person has said that you're a sugar muncher or a fat muncher? I'll tell you why. Because as a diabetic, you need to consume sugar. So what that means is that my body has already got lots of sugar in it, and so I'm told. And the doctor told me one or two other, they said it's sugar in your system that's the problem. So if you're not a sugar muncher, so if your system is not sort of geared towards sugar munching, then you're not going to get rid of it, and you're not going to get rid of the diabetes. And if you tell your body through sugar phobia, oh, I mustn't have sugar, I mustn't have Kit Kats, I mustn't have too much carbohydrates, which in essence is possibly ultimately in the long run going to be true. However, what you need to remember is that it's sugar in your body. And if you can sort of like train your thinking in that direction, which I have been sort of like doing a little bit, I've had nothing today but protein. It's worked. I've enjoyed it. I've had some Coke Zero, right? Now, I'm not telling you how the Coke Zero was a mistake in buying, but that's neither in nor that's another video. But that's sweet. So what you're doing there is you're telling your body it's okay to consume sugar because that's what it needs to do, consume sugar. And I'm going to leave it just at that because that's the point, and I'm not going to sort of make it back up about it. Goodbye.